This is the start of a 5-day, 400-kilometre journey to raise awareness of the plight of Palestinian refugees. Timed to coincide with the meeting of world leaders at the UN General Assembly in New York. Those here say without American funding, the UN's Palestinian aid agency is limping along.
Without all of this funding, kids won't get the chance to go to school and get an education.
Historically, the US contributed more than $350 million a year to UNRWA, about a quarter of its annual budget. But last year, the Trump administration pulled $300 million in funding, labeling the agency an irredeemably flawed operation. This year, the US gave nothing. The then US ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, said the decision was in response to Palestinian hostility towards the United States. Since taking office, President Trump has pushed a heavily pro-Israeli agenda at the expense of the Palestinian people. Cutting the funds for the UN agency has been viewed as part of that agenda and sparked outrage around the world. UNRWA was founded in 1949 after 700,000 refugees were forced to flee Israel. Since then, refugee numbers have swelled. The current US administration is pushing to disband the agency.
It is time to move past Band-Aid solutions and political assertions into the adult world of hard choices.
But for Palestinian refugees, the agency still plays a vital role.
Somewhere between 5.5 million refugees and 6 million refugees in the Middle East are completely reliant on the UNRWA.
Most of the runners are Palestinian and have traveled to the United States to take part. The runners chose this as a fitting spot to begin their journey, the very place that welcomed in more than 12 million immigrants to the United States during the late 19th and first half of the 20th century. In the face of the funding shortfall, some other nations have increased their contributions, but there's still a gap.
This year there's already over $120 million deficit, so that could impact whether or not schools can continue to run, as the schools, the teachers in the schools are all refugees themselves. The money that's provided provides their livelihoods, so without the funding, that just simply can't happen. In
Washington, the runners will lobby Congress for support. They know with the future of millions of people on the line, time is running out. Nick Harper, TRT World, New York.